Hello everyone, Shimon is back again in this channel, and so today I have come with another video. This video will explain a lots of things about data science. This will just clear your confusions that what is data science, where it exists, what is its need, what is the demand for data scientist, and what data scientists do. So these all things will be just cleared in this video. So before starting this tutorial, just subscribe this channel if you are a newbie or new person on this channel. Okay, now let's start. So first of all, we will talk about what is data science, then data science versus business intelligence. So what is the difference between these two? Then we will talk about the prerequisites for learning data science. Then what does a data scientist do? Then data science life cycle with examples and demand for data scientists. So we will explain each and every points with by giving some examples and talking about each and everything. So just let's start. So now we will try to understand that what is data science. So let's have a look on this pictures. This is about self-driving cars. So self-driving cars will route more than 2 million deaths caused by car accidents annually. Yes, we all know that car accidents on roads are very normally, and so they just actually they occurs 2 million deaths or actually about this number. So each year we have these types of deaths or accidents on roads, and so this number of deaths or accidents can be reduced by using data science in this field. So you know what is happening here. This good companies like as Tesla, Baidu, Waymo, Google, and these all are just they are using data science. They are implementing data science in this field, and they are making such a type of cars or vehicles that they will be connected with a single network, that is IoT, and they could use some sensors, wireless sensors, for their walking and everything. So this will just reduce the number of accidents on the roads, and so this will just results in the decrease of deaths, number of deaths caused by car accidents annually. So this will be a very good thing, a very good what development, and a very this will just take this industry to the next level. And so science is just implementing in this means of transportation field, and this will be just our future. And in upcoming time we will look some robot taxis running on these roads. And so we have not any use of now drivers, so the job role of a vehicle driver is just going to be disappeared. So these cars will be automated. They will just use data science, they will use machine learning, deep learning, IoT. They will use sensors for inputting data. They will predict that how is the road and what will be a speed. If they have to just take left turn or right turn, then they should just think about this, and they should just proxy this. So these all things will be just done by the things that we have programmed, and actually what they have read from their past experiences on the roads, and actually from present experiences or the present data that they are just getting through their sensors. So these all things will be just combined, and they will just run this car. And this will just cause reduction of the rate of deaths or car accidents. So this will be a very good um, this will be very good approachment of these developers. And so data scientists will just having a more a huge demand in this field, and so this will be very very good. Now if we talk about some other cases, then just look. When we have to just take some flights, then we have to face some problems due to some weather conditions, because if there is not normal weathers, then flights will be cancelled or this would be delayed. So there are a lots of things we just face as a customer of these flight companies. And so actually, and this is just due to bad weather conditions. So we just hear on airports that we are extremely sorry to inform that your flight has been delayed by 4 hours due to bad weather conditions. Regret the inconvenience caused. So actually, what anybody can do, but if we just predict this thing, then we can just do some precautions. We can do actually, if we know that the flight will be delayed, then we will not waste our time. We will just make this flight flying at that time, at some proper time when the weather conditions will be fine for it, and that will be suitable for this. So we will just what we will just save our time, and we will also save our money and everything. So this will be, data science will be also implemented in this field for predicting weather conditions and anything other else. So this is also a second use cases of data science. Now next, with data science, it has become possible to predict such disruptions and alleviate the loss for both airline and the passenger. Actually, if some a flight has been just started from Delhi or some other places, so if it is in a sky, it's flying, and if there is some bad weather conditions in the midway, so what the pilots should do, what they should do, so they have to just take off the plane, because the bad weather conditions will not will just affect the will affect these planes, and so this will just cause a huge crash, or as we can not so say anything about this, because we all know that a bad weather condition will just affect these planes. So the pilot should just take off the plane, and so this will waste our time, this will waste the fuel of that plane, this will waste everything. Actually, there is loss for also for planes, both for airline and both for passengers. So we can just predict these things before taking on of the flights, and we can just reduce this loss, and we can just save our money, and our time. So data science will be implemented in this field, and this will be prove very useful if we just predict these things before they occurs. Okay, now using data science we can achieve the following. We can just plan our routes. So if there is a route from Mumbai, we have to go to USA, and we have to just cross Mumbai, and the flight is from Delhi. So if there is bad weather conditions in Mumbai, or ahead Mumbai, after Mumbai, so actually what we have to do, we have to just change our route. So if we know that there is some bad weather conditions, if we predict this before reaching Mumbai, so we can just plan our route, and we can change this, or we should also use some connecting flights. So this will be very helpful. Now predictive analytics to model can build to foresee flight delays. We can also use this analytics for looking that if there is some delays in flights or anything other else. So this will be very useful. Now some logistic companies like FedEx are using data science models for operational efficiency. So what this and they do, actually they have to supply some goods from one go down to another shops. Like as this is a what this is a van having petroleum, okay, and this petroleum has to be just delivered to some petrol pumps. So this is the first petrol pump, this is the second, and this is the third. So actually he have to just find out the shortest way, the minimum length of the way. Actually that is the shortest way for just reaching these petrol pumps, and the transportation cost should be reduced, and so everything should be will be in a well manner. So actually these logistic companies like FedEx, they are using data science for predicting these things. They should predicting the traffics. Actually suppose that if this truck is on the way, and there is a huge jam in the traffic, and so actually the road is not clear, so it has to be just wait. Its time will be just they has just loss of time, and also lost a loss of fuels, so everything. So actually before sorry, for just avoiding this, we can use this predictions. We can use data science models, and we can just know that where are traffic jams, where are roads clearer, where we can just make some what cost cuttings by using which paths. So actually these all are the predictions that we should just know about these these things. So we can also use data science models here. Now, so data science is mainly needed for better decision making, whether A or B. Predictive analysis, what will happen next, and pattern discovery, is there any hidden information in the data. So what this says, this just says that better decision making, like as this having a lots of data, like as a structured data, unstructured data, or anything other else. If we talk about raw data, so using this data, we have to just make some predictions. We have to just make decisions. And so if we have to just opt two things, then we can use these models. We can use these skills for just making decisions better. So we are just able by implementing data science in this. So this is the main need for a data science. And also for predictive analysis, like as actually we have recently look that for airlines, that they have to just predict the bad weather conditions, or also in the case of autonomous cars, they have to predict the roads and some insights. So for predictive analysis, we will just use data science. So we have used to look upon the past data and the present data, and then we have to predict that what will happen next. So actually just um if there is bad weather condition in some 2 or 3 cities, and we have just our flight from another city that is just nearby to these cities, then we can just predict that what will be the weather condition in that city from where the flight has been to just go on. So for predictive analysis, we also use data science. Now, pattern discovery, is there any hidden information in data? So we can also use this data for getting some hidden informations, and these all things are just very very important. So data science is just implemented in these cases. Now just look here. This is some person, and this is a person, and he has to buy some online furniture. Now what he will do, he has to just actually he has not any time, so he will not go to any offline shop or any seller, any offline seller. So what he will do, he will just use his laptop or smartphone, and he will use some online sellers like as Flipkart, Amazon. Actually these are sellers, but also there are also a lot of websites that sell furnitures. So he has to just explore that websites who sell furnitures. Okay, so he have to search on Google that websites, a list of websites selling furniture. So now there will be a huge list for websites. We all know that there are huge list on Google. So there are a lots of websites on Google that will sell furnitures. Now just he have to see that which one websites are just selling furniture exactly and which are not, because some websites are also just indexed on Google that are not selling furniture. So he have to just regret that website. He have to not he have to just ignore that website, and he have to just close that website. And now he have to just go with that websites which just sell furnitures. And so if there are some websites, then he will just go. Then he will looks for some ratings. So what will be the rating of these websites, this actually what are the ratings? So is it greater than 4 out of 5 or anything other else? So he has to just look upon the ratings. If there is a low rating, actually the bad rating, I mean less than 4, then he will just not visit that website, because you all know that the ratings will be just given on the basis of the facilities they are giving, the quality they are giving, and the some discounts they are giving, and the actually the services they are giving. So actually these all factors are just plays an important role in making these ratings. So if the ratings will be just greater than 4, then he will just explore that website. And so if there is yes, then he will look for discount. So if there is discount greater than 20%, so he will explore. Otherwise he have to just close the website. So if there is less than 20% discount, then he will go ahead. And then if there is yes, then he will just go to that website and he will just purchase the product. So this is the complete process for buying a furniture. Now what is happening here? Actually in this process you have to just facing with lots of processes, you have to just checking lots of skills. So this all will be very useful, and so this all will produces some data, and this person is also using some data for these predictions and so making decisions. So actually data is so much important. So this user is also using some data skills like as decision making. So he just looking for the rating, he just looking for the discount, and so this is just the process, and and these ratings, these discounts, and these are just at the part of the data science. And so if this website has these types of rating and discount, then actually this person will buy furniture from that particular website. And if this is not, if there is not such informations are just given on that websites, then he will not able to do these decision makings, and so there will be some confusion that he should purchase that furniture from that particular website or not. So there will be a lots of confusion. So but using data science we have just implemented this informations in that, and so this person has getting some help in making decisions, and so he is able to buy these online furnitures. So this is a very good implementation of data science here. Now data science can answer a lot of other questions as well. So which viewers like the same kind of TV shows? Which route should my cab take so that I reach faster? Will this refrigerator fail in the next 3 years? Yes or not? Who will win the elections? So now we will talk about these all cases one by one. So now which route should my cab take so that I reach faster? Suppose that you have to just go from one part of city to another part. So if there is the distance between 50 kilometers between that 2 points, so actually which route that my cab should take so that I reach faster? Actually I have to just reach faster, and so there are a lots of ways and a lots of paths, but which one my cab should route or select that I should reach faster? So this is just a case of decision making, and also the case for predicting analysis. So what the cab should do? So here the cab will just use some data, some inputs from the sensors or any other things, like as he will just try to find out that which route will be just free from traffic jams. There should be low chances of traffic jams, and which route is just having a good path, having a good road, having 3 or 4 lane roads, and this all things will just make this decision making faster and quicker. So these analytics will just help in making decisions and predicting these cases very quickly and easily. So here data science will just use with these cases, and so it's very important. Now which viewers like the same kind of TV shows? So actually, this is a very good question, and so a lots of TV channels like as Netflix, Hulu, and also lots of TV channels like as some cricket channels, some movie channels, some news channels, some songs channels. So there are a lots of channels on that are live streaming on our internet or our also dish TV. So what they do, they have to just know that which viewers like the same kind of TV shows, or just they have to predict these things. Actually, what the how this business main or the persons, how they just get help from these things, how they just get the revenue from answers of these questions. Just try to understand with this example. We all know that news channels just what they just plays news, okay? They just gives news. But how they just make their revenues, how they earns money. So the main source of generating revenues for this news channels are just from advertisements. After some period of news, they just play some advertisements, like as for Coca-Cola. They place advertisement for some smartphones. They place what advertisements for Dream 11 is just very very popular in this time, because IPL is just going on, and so everyone should know about Dream 11. So actually these are some good advertisements that these advertisements will be played on these new channels. And what happens here, these news channels have to make some revenues. Okay, they have to pay salaries to the persons who are just working in these news channels. Okay, and now there are some companies like as what like as Sunsilk, like as Head and Shoulders, like as Dream 11, like as Paytm, like as Xiaomi, like as Dell, even a lots of companies are there. So they have to just do advertisements, and this is just the digital era. This is not the age of just applying posters or just using banners and boards on the roadside. So they are not using this, and anybody is not interested in just looking on that boards or this banners. So this companies also know that there are actually plenty of peoples in a city that use smartphones. So if we talk about this thing, there are just 60 to 70% peoples in a city, or I mean 80 to 85% peoples of a city just use smartphones. Or in the case of Bangalore, Mumbai, Chennai, so 95 to 97% people use smartphones. And what they do on their smartphone, they just uses Facebook, they uses Instagrams, they uses WhatsApps, and these things actually, their social media sites. So what these advertisement companies do, they just give their advertisements on that platform. They just run their advertisements video on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. They're just using this social media. And so this is just the same case with these news channels. They are just offering their advertisement video for playing on that news channels after the news, or in the period of break between two news episodes. And so these advertisement videos will be played, and so the brand ambassadors of this, actually the companies of these advertisements, will just pay some money for their advertisements to these news channels. And so this is the main source, this is the main resource for generating the revenues for these news channels. And now just try to one thing, just understand one thing. uh, Actually there is an organization. Okay, and so this organization is educational organization. Okay, and this education just deliver videos on data science. Suppose about this channel, its name is Data Science Stuffs. Okay, so Data Science Stuffs is an educational organization, and this delivers videos on data science. Now this organization just wants to make its promotion, it wants to make its advertisement. So what are the steps and what are the ways it should just follow? So there are some two or three ways that I should follow. I have to play my advertisement videos on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, or on WhatsApp, or on YouTube. So these are the some social media sites where I have to just play my videos. So I have to also give some money for some people, or to YouTube or on Facebook for just playing my advertisement video. If we just exclude these things, then we have to play our advertisement video on some news channels, or also on some movie channels, also on some serial channels like as GTV and Colors big magic. So actually we have to just play our advertisement video on these things. But say me one thing, that this our educational organization is delivering videos on data science. So just tell me, who is the right audience for our advertisement? Actually, the movie channel will be just viewed by some person, some adults who are just not. This is not so much sure that the person who is just watching these videos are just they actually, and they are students, or they are using just want to make their career in data science. So this is not 100% sure that the audience of these advertisements are right, they are proper, because we don't know that how who are the persons they are watching these channels. Okay, so we have to just make that types of people as our audience, who are just a student of data science, who want to make their career in data science. And from where I can get these people's, how to make this type of audience. So actually we have to just play our advertisement video in just such groups on Facebook, on just some such pages on Facebook, where persons are just searching for data science, they just know about data science. So we have to just select the right audience. Just try to understand this thing with one example. There is a Cartoon Network channel, Cartoon Network, okay, and on this Cartoon Network channel, there is 99% of the episodes or the videos, they are just cartoons, I mean animations. And these videos are just viewed by children's, small kids. So if I have to play my advertisement video about data science stuffs organization on that Cartoon Network channel, then do their kids just will they just see that ads? Will they understand about what these ads are saying? Will they just know that what is data science? Actually they are just kids, they studies in class 1 or 2, or in just LKG, UKG, or nursery. So they are just a kid, they don't know about data science. So this is not the right channel for playing my advertisement video on that. So Cartoon Network is not a right channel. So on which channel I have to just play my advertisement video? Just think and just ask from yourself. If I play my video on some sports channel like as Star Cricket, Star Sports, Geo Cricket, and so there are lots of channel. So what will happen? There is not so much chances of getting audiences from that, because the people who are just watching crickets, that is not 100% sure that the person who is watching cricket, or they are watching IPL, or they are just watching the matches, they are just got interested in data science. And this is also not sure that they are students, they will be just any types of people. So this is also not a right platform. So now what to do? Just think about this and just tell me that which will be the right platform for where I can just make our advertisement, where I can just share the link of I mean what my educational organization, or I have to just play the advertisement video. So what is the right place? you know there are a lots of groups on Facebook, a lots of group on Telegrams, a lots of groups on WhatsApp, a lots of group on Slack, and there are other platforms where are a lots of students just very interested in data science, and they just want to make their career in data science. So they are the right audience, they are the right targeted people uh, who just want to get something, get some knowledge about data science, and they are the right audience, and I have to just play that advertisement videos between them. What happens on YouTube? I am telling you one small story. whatever you watch on YouTube, YouTube just knows that you are interested in these things. So actually, if you watch only cricket matches on YouTube, there are millions and billions of and trillions of videos about cricket on YouTube, and also lots of types of videos on YouTube. But if we talk about cricket, there are millions and trillions of videos of cricket on YouTube. So if you only watches cricket videos, then you will also get advertisement about cricket, only cricket. If you only watches movies, if you only watches songs channel, then you will only get advertisement about songs. So what about the advertisement of songs? You know about Ghana app, Ghana. There is actually a slogan, "बजता रहे गाना." So so actually Ghana, Spotify, and so these things, these companies just play their advertisement video on this actually on this they just play their advertisement video, and these videos will be just focused for the people who only likes to listen songs on YouTube. If you are a student, if you only watch videos of computer science, then you know what happens. Then actually there is some advertisement video about some educational organizations like as Coursera, edX, Udemy, Udacity, MIT, and so this all data camp, data quest. So they will just play their advertisement video there. If you only watches educational videos of computer science, then so this is the scenario. So this is the just use of data science, or by using these analytics, they just know that who are the right audience and who is just viewing that channel, that a specific kind of channel and a specific kind of shows. So they just know about this thing, okay. And so this is just very very helpful in recognizing the right audience, and now they just do their advertisement what they just play their advertisement video on that particular person, and so their business goes to the next level. So this is the use of data science. Now, if we talk about will this refrigerator fail in the next 3 years, yes or not? So, this is just a case for future prediction. So, what will happen? Actually, I have purchased a refrigerator, and this refrigerator is very, very smart. It just says me, it is just connected with my smartphone, and it says that what is the temperature of the refrigerator right now, is there electricity in refrigerator right now, is it working or not, and what is the conditions of the what materials that is kept under this refrigerator. So this all things will be just informed by the refrigerator, and so this is all this is everything on my smartphone. So now I have to just predict that will this refrigerator fail in the next 3 years or not. So I have to just use this data, that how this refrigerator is working, what are the technologies that they are working on. So these all things will be just implemented, and we can know that will this refrigerator fail in the next 3 years or not. So for decision making, we will use data science. Now who will win the elections? So what here this will how data science will be just implemented in this thing. Actually for elections, who will win this election, who will be our next PM. Actually today nowadays in India there is elections are going on, and so actually we have to just make our new PM. So data science will be implemented in this, and we have to predict that who will win the elections. So how is this possible? So this will just when some discussions are held on news channels, when there are some interviews of some specific peoples, and so this all things just produces some data, and on this data we can just predict that who will win the prime minister. Actually this technologies has not been so much getting advanced, but we are just using these things and we are developing it every day. This is just getting improving every day, and so one day this technology will be just become so much smart that it will just predict anything. So actually there are lots of implementations of data science in these fields, and we can do lots of works very easily and very quickly, and so this is very very good for us. I hope this all will be just you have got your sense, you have got my sense easily, and so I think you have just know about that how this data science has been implemented in our daily lives now. So data science or data driven science is about, so the asking the right questions and the exploring the data. So this is the main thing. We have to just ask the right question. Actually, if there is lots of data, then we have to just make a question here. We have to just make a problem here, and then we have to explore the data. Then modeling the data using various algorithms. We have to just model the data, and we have to use various algorithms like machine learning algorithms and everything else. And then we have to do some things, then finally communicating and visualizing the results, and so this will be the good insight for us, and so this will be used as our the main result. Now actually, what is the main difference between this business intelligence and data science? So actually these two are similar, but there is a little bit difference between these all. This is the business intelligence and this is the data science. So this just deals with a structured data, that is the data warehouse. I mean, a structured data means that the data has been just classified. It is just supervised types of data. They are just classified. The data is just in some categorical formats. But in data science, the data is not unstructured. It is just unstructured, and it has not any categories or any classifications. So this is the main difference. Now this is analytical. We just use some analytical skills for here, and but here in this case we use some scientific skills like machine learning. This is just uses deals with statistics and visualization, but here statistics, visualization, machine learning, deep learning, and even this all will just deal with data science. Now this deals with past and present data. So in business intelligence, what will happen? We have to just view the past data, and we have to just also some having knowledge with the present data. But this deals with present data and future data predictions. So if we have some data about the present time, then we can predict the future predictions. So this is just the main differences between data science and business intelligence. Now there are following three essential traits of a data scientist. If you want to become a data scientist, then there are traits, or the three main requirements that you have to just these are mandatory skills. The first is curiosity. So you have to just curious about what are the new technologies and what are the things that we have to just use. You have to just curious about what are the technologies that you have to learn. And so after this, the common sense. This is the common sense, and common sense is very very important, because whenever there is some some actually there is something missing in data. We have data, but there is something missing in data. So in that case, what we should do? So in that case, we have to just use our common sense, and with the help of our common sense we can just fill that missing data, and then we do our work. Okay. And now the third one is the communication skills. If you are just very good in everything, but communication skills are not good, then you are not going to become a good data scientist. So communication skills are very very important, and it just plays a vital role if you want to become a data scientist. So communication skills has to be just go to strengthen, and you have to make a good grasp over these skills. So now there are these three C's. So these three C's are very very important for a data scientist. Now actually, what are the topics you have to just learn? This is machine learning, this is mathematical modeling. Here you should use some mathematical steps. This is for statistics. This is something computer programming like as Python, R, SAS, some tools. And then databases like as SQL, MySQL, NoSQL. And so this all will just combine and make data science. Look here. This is Data analysis. So skills are Python, statistics. These skills will be required for data analysis work. And some tools for data analysis will be SAS, Jupyter Notebooks, RStudio, MATLAB, Excel, RapidMiner. So these are tools for data analysis. Now, some skills like SDTL, SQL, Hadoop, Apache Spark. So, if there is very very big data, then Apache Spark and Hadoop will just do their job. And so, some tools for Informatica, Talent, AWS, Redshift for cloud workings. So, these are some tools that you should use. And for data visualization, now again, skills are Python libraries, and so tools for Jupyter Notebooks, Tableau, Cognos, and RA. So these are some tools and some skills for various works. Now for machine learning, there is some skills like as algebra, basically the linear algebra, ML, machine learning algorithms, then stats, and some tools about this for Spark, MLib, Mahot, Azure ML Studio for cloud workings. So these are some tools and some skills required. Now this is a real world, and this is the raw data that we have just obtained from any of the resources. Now we have what to do. We have to just process and analyze. So this is the process and analyzing of. We have to just use some skills, some statistical skill, mathematical skills, and then we also use some machine learning stuffs and everything. And so now we have just meaningful data, and so this meaningful data will just become any useful insights, and these useful insights will just do our jobs. Now, the most basic and important techniques that you should know as a data scientist are regression. Regression is the very, very actually important topic for machine learning, and for supervised learning, and clustering is for unsupervised learning. And so this all will be just very, very important. So we have to just go on through these processes. We will study about these techniques in detail in separate videos when we just complete our Python programming and everything other else. Now, these are some sectors where there is a high demand of data scientists. So in the field of technology, we have to use data science, like as for developing robots, we have to developing some actually we have to just develop autonomous cars and everything for this new era. So in this technology sector, data science is very important. For marketing purpose, we have to predict the stock market, and so it is very important. In finance also, you know that we have to just use cryptocurrencies. Right now we have to just using bitcoins. So this all will just using these skills. Now in the healthcare sector, data science is also very very important, because the treatment of cancer and some big diseases are just going to be possible with the help of data science. So also in healthcare, in the field of medical imaging, so we can use data science. And in the field of gaming, we can just know about who are the viewers, and so how to just generate revenues and how to do some advertisement. So this all purposes will just need data science. Okay, so now this is the small introduction video, and now I think you should get a good grasp of what these things, and you know that what are the main things, what are the main sectors where data science can be used, and what are the things actually. Now just from after this video, now we will just learn Python. So we will have some series of Python. First of all, we will just learn Python for general purpose. I mean, some basics of Python, like as libraries. Sorry, libraries. I mean variables, some functions, some data types, and so these all things will be just covered in the basics part. And then we will some also read about some extra things like as file handlings, input outputs, and this all things. Then we will study Python for data science. And after this, along with this, we will also just study some mathematical topics like as linear algebra, calculus. And when this will be completed, then we will just move to R. And after completing Python and R, we will study machine learning. And then this will just go in a actually go in a direction. Actually we have not to just mention each and everything here. We have to just learn these all things gradually, each and everything, step by step. So don't be confused. Just become continuous here, and we will help you in making your career bright as a data scientist. So if you like this video, just give one like, and please share its link in each and every group, and to the every people who just want to make their career in data science. And so if you are a newbie or a new person in on this channel, then just subscribe our channel. So now Sriman is signing out from here, and we will meet later after some intervals. And so we will come again with another video. We will talk about some other stuffs in some next video. So now this is time for bye.